An androgynous bisexual fashion model uses alien death rays to kill her lovers at the height of their orgasms. And somehow this isn't porn, and yet somehow it is. This is Liquid Sky. The year is 1982, 10 years since humanity first made contact with aliens via the non-fictional figure Ziggy Stardust. The place is New York, having emerged from the 70s with a gritty reputation that would pox the city forever. We've all heard of movies being time capsules of the eras that made them, and this particular capsule contains about 50 grams of OxyContin and neon paint. But it also captures so many distinct characteristics about the post-70s metropolis. The fashion, the linguistics, the drugs, the sexuality, the politics, and the music. Especially the music, featuring some of the hottest new wave tracks.
My rhythm box is sweet.
Most inexpensive new wave tracks of the day. The real stars of this film are the aesthetics. But if you need something more tangible, you got Margaret. Good old Margaret, that drug-fueled nymphomaniac fashion massacre. Why can't more movie protagonists be described this way? Even though the film refers to everything you see here as punk culture, it's obvious that it's inspired by glam rock of the 70s and the newborn new wave genre. The film was written and directed by former Soviet and Israeli filmmaker Slava Sukerman, who spent 4 years getting to know America before undergoing this project. Having immigrated from Israel not long before, Sukerman offers an outlook on American culture with both an insider and an outsider perspective, like an earthly alien. Speaking of aliens, this movie has aliens. The film begins... sorry, stupid mask gets me each time. The film begins with the arrival of E.T.
Well, isn't it kinda small?
The alien craft is about the size of a dinner plate.
And the shape of a dinner plate, and the texture of a dinner plate, and that is just a dinner plate. Or a touchlight. I prefer my low-budget flying saucers to be made of hubcaps, or at the very least garbage can lids. But I guess Sukerman had to save all his money for the groundbreaking special effects. Affordable special effects. So the IKEA dinner plate from outer space lands on the roof of this Manhattan penthouse, which is owned by Margaret and her drug-dealing girlfriend Adrian.
Straight from your marijuana jungles, straight from your lies, your lies, your lies.
Adrian reminds me of the kind of tool that wins an artist's grant and then does nothing with the opportunity except drugs.
Oh, shut your face, Scab. I don't play it your way. Just forget it. Fuck off, man. I don't need you, man, so just fuck off.
Let's cut to the part where she dies. Tinfoil stop motion animation. Art cloaky you or not. Meanwhile, Margaret runs afoul of her doppelganger, male model Jimmy.
Chicken woman, you're so old and ugly I can't look at you.
Ouch, well, takes one to know one. Or at least takes the same actress to know one. Yep, both Margaret and Jimmy are played by performance artist and co-screenwriter Anne Carlisle. Naturally, this ends in a blowjob.
Fuck her! Do it!
That's what happens when you give yourself a blowjob. You ever tried it?
This pussy has teeth, no one should fuck me ever.
Being the 80s, everything revolves around image and identity. The movie's backdrop is an avant-garde fashion show that would later give birth to Lady Gaga. Hey, there she is. The fashion show is held in this fringe nightclub that apparently just discovered the square wave oscillator on its Casio keyboard. Jammin'. While everyone looks and acts like spiders on Mars, there is an overwhelming sense that Margaret is still an outcast amongst this group.
Your photographs that Adrian was just showing me indicate a fairly traditional upbringing, yet you seem to have veered off towards some obscure fantasy look. Look.
The movie decided to remix itself.
Frankly, this Bird of Paradise routine is done every day in Las Vegas, and better. It's tacky.
Oh, the tacky song, I love this song.
You're tacky.
Yes, the fact that Margaret grew up privileged and normal makes her a bit of an outcast amongst her circle. As I said earlier, an alien amongst aliens. Oh look, aliens. And where there are aliens, there are German scientists chasing the aliens. This guy.
Opium users have said that the drug creates a similar feeling than what people experience during orgasm.
And who says science is dead?
And now you're telling me that aliens have come here and they're also looking for drugs.
In the 80s, even extraterrestrial beings were addicted to heroin, which, according to Werner von Braun here, has similar molecules to the endorphins released during orgasm. Or the ecstasy of an electric calliope. It's better than fucking. After the first couple deaths, Margaret thinks that some kind of Indian god has given her the power to kill.
You did it for me, Chief. Why? Who are you?
Her first victim is the 70s, as represented by her former lover and acting teacher, Professor Owen.
All your costumes are just participation in some kind of phony theater.
The era of love has ended, and a new, scarier decade has begun, but the two are not so different.
Are you trying to say that your blue jeans were theater?
It's not the same thing.
So your professor wore a three-piece suit and blamed you for your jeans. For him, your jeans were too much. And he didn't understand that his suit was also a costume.
Margaret's image and identity is in the spotlight, whether it's at the club or at the photo shoot.
I'm not wearing rags.
You're wearing what they want from you, baby.
After reducing Jimmy and Adrian to Reynolds rep, Margaret talks about her past in Connecticut, and then her career as an actress in New York. Both paths required her to wait for a man to save her, either a rich husband or an agent with an acting role. So, she sought freedom.
And I was taught that to be an actress, one should be fashionable. And to be fashionable is to be androgynous. And I am androgynous not less than David Bowie himself.
In the end, it's all the same.
How to be free and equal. Fuck women instead of men. And you'll discover a whole kingdom of freedom. Men won't step on you anymore. Women will.
The director stated that he wasn't condemning one culture. He was condemning all culture. All civilization is vapid and phony. There's no escaping it. The theatrics of society. What is expected of us? Everything we do in our life is an act upon the world stage. It's shallow. It's superficial. But when we craft our own identity, we become aliens amongst aliens. We desire escape through pleasure. We desire escape from the planet itself, from the earthly bonds that define us and make us. After all, isn't escape fashionable? Grape jelly. The director intended this film to be a cult midnight movie sensation, and while it made a big splash, it quickly faded from public consciousness. Today it's observed every now and again, but only in the small cinematic circles that enjoy strange movies. This circle right here. And that's kind of sad because this film is rather significant with its depiction of club culture, postmodern dialogue, sexual liberation, and proof of what an independent filmmaker is capable of. With its tacky computer music and hilariously kitschy storyline, Liquid Sky is a fine bit of retro future schlock that'll stimulate your senses better than heroin. Why is there a dinner plate on the ceiling? Aliens!
Confusion in her eyes, it says it all. She's lost control. And she's clinging to the nearest passerby. She's lost control. And she gave away the secrets of her past and said, I lost control again. And to the voice that told her when and where to act, she said, I lost control again.
You're from Germany?
Yes, from Berlin.
I'm Jewish.